From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Thursday, January 26, 2023. I'm D. Ray Knight. This is what's going on. A Rapid City woman has been arrested after fleeing police. 38-year-old Stacy Tail of Rapid City was arrested Tuesday night after police say she led them on a chase in a stolen vehicle. It began around 11 p.m. when police attempted to initiate a traffic stop after an officer observed the reported stolen vehicle. Tail led authorities on a chase until officers were able to use spike strips to disable the vehicle at 3rd and Florman Street. Tail was apprehended after attempting to flee on foot. She was placed under arrest for DUI, aggravated eluding, possession of a stolen vehicle, and other charges. The turnover rate for teachers in South Dakota has nearly doubled. Amy Rose has the story.
Between fiscal year 2021 and 2022, the turnover rate for South Dakota teachers nearly doubled, according to the Department of Education. Secretary of Education Joseph Graves told the Joint Committee on Appropriations Wednesday morning that while some of that turnover can be attributed to baby boomers retiring from the profession, it's not the only cause. He also blames the COVID-19 pandemic and other issues going on. Graves went on to say that there are strong projections for an economic recession on the horizon, which can be helpful for education.
The Salvation Army of the Black Hills says their Christmas campaign took a hard hit during the last days in 2022 due to a snowstorm and frigid temperatures. Traditionally, more donations were dropped into red kettles during the final week of the kettle season than during any other week of the month-and-a-half-long fundraising campaign. However, due to the storm, the Salvation Army of the Black Hills has been working to fill the fundraising shortfall of $100,000. The donation deadline has now been extended to January 31st. In national and international news, the U.S. economy likely rolled out of 2022 with momentum, registering decent growth in the face of painful inflation, high interest rates, and rising concern that a recession may be months away. Economists have estimated that the gross domestic product, the broadest measure of economic output, grew at a 2.3% annual pace from October through December. The Commerce Department will issue its first of 3 estimates of fourth quarter GDP growth today. Despite a likely second straight quarter of expansion, the economy is widely expected to slow and then slide into a recession sometime in the coming months as increasingly high interest rates, engineered by the Federal Reserve, take a toll. Boeing is set to be arraigned today on charges relating to the crashes of 2 737 MAX jets. Amy Rose has the details.
Boeing representatives and relatives of some of the passengers killed in 2 crashes of Boeing 737 MAX jets will meet face-to-face in a Texas courtroom Thursday, where the aerospace giant will be arraigned on a criminal charge that it thought it had settled 2 years ago. The family members were never consulted before Boeing cut a deal with the U.S. Justice Department to avoid prosecution on a felony charge of fraud. Up to a dozen or so people from several countries are expected to testify about how the loss of loved ones has affected them. A lawyer representing the families says he hopes the testimony will convince the Justice Department to throw out the settlement.
Now the latest on the war in Ukraine. Ukrainian officials say Russia has launched a new wave of missile and suicide drone attacks on the country. Air raid sirens wailed nationwide Thursday morning. Kyiv's mayor said a Russian missile strike killed 1 person, the first death from an attack in the capital since New Year's Eve, and 2 other people were injured. The regional governor said 15 cruise missiles headed to the Kyiv area were shot down. The attacks came after Germany and the United States announced they would send advanced battle tanks to Ukraine. Germany's defense minister said Ukrainian troops will start their training on Marder infantry fighting vehicles within days and later on Leopard 2 tanks. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Snowy and windy this afternoon with a high of 44. Windy tonight and a low of 32. And that was your Daily Slice for Thursday, January 26, 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston, engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.